So here we are. We are still on November 20th. We're on turn 3 and this is now 1500 hours. So I'm going to bring in these guys. We're back in the landing phase and I'm going to bring in these guys to help this guy clear out this area. So this should be a complete breeze, because the only hexes that can fire at red 1 is ones that have a 1, an A or a B. We know that with no A's. The ones that have a B in them is that guy, and ones, we have one there, so we have 3. So that means we are on column 2. Going by the table, because we are still in a kind of high number, so we're going to be in column 2. I was hoping to be on column 1 until I spotted this guy. I should have got rid of him. It would have made it much easier. So it's not going to be as easy as I'd hoped, but we can give it a try. Right, first guy here, 1. So that is a disruption to the HQ. And he moves down. Next, 6. Oh dear. That is a 1-step loss to the HQ. So much for this being so easy. And this guy will come ashore. I think I'll put him here, so that straight away we can attack this guy. Right, this guy. A 4, no effect. 2 is a disruption, so already disrupted, so this guy is all good. Next, 4, no effect, and 6. So the HQ again is hit, destroyed, and has to come back tomorrow. Oh well. At least we got them ashore. So this guy's now got some backup to help in this sector. So that's the landing phase done. Right, this time it is now ground phase. So the ground phase is where we do all our movements, combats and all that jazz. So straight away I want this guy getting bumped off. I also want this guy bumped off, this guy bumped off, and that B bumped off, to make landing so much easier in these two, making it almost certainty. So let's go with this guy first, and again C hex, all that jazz, so Japanese get to fire first. So they are 2, multipliers are 3, 6 against our 12. That gives them an unfortunate 1 to 2, which means, you know, they have, should I even say this, they have very little chance of doing any damage to us. There, I've said it. Right. 6 is nothing, so no damage to us. We are 12 times the 4 divided by 2, so it's 10 to 1. And that is 4. 4 is a D, so we managed to destroy that guy. We get 4 points off the track, which is incidentally 263. So it's going to go down to 259, I believe. I'm going to keep saying that, that's my disclaimer for bad arithmetic. And we're going to advance. What the hell, we may as well. Going to advance. Although I am thinking we advance again into there and then to there. We can then attack both these guys, and this time they don't have any advantage, so better for us. So we will move across to here. Oops, did I just move that guy? No, there we go. There's a D there. All good. I thought I had goofed. Right, let's see. We've still got a couple of things here, but I want rid of this guy. Definitely. But we only have 6 here. So 6 fours would be 24. 24 divided by 4 would be, what, around about 6 to 1? Let's see, what is 6 to 1? Ooh, 6 to 1's not that great of odds. I'm wondering if we should bring in some engineers. Bringing in an engineer, at least one, would bump this to 16. So that could certainly be a possibility. That would certainly take us to 10 to 1. And we can use as many engineers really as we need, because we're in the last turn where we can do any actions, and it's going to reset on November the 21st. So I think we should. So we're going to use an engineer, and I'm just going to move the track thing here, that we have 9 available now. Started with 10, 9 available, or 9 left I should say. So the engineers don't get the multiplier that's down here. So again, it's equal. We'll go first, and we are 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Add the engineers as 10s, 34. 34 divided by 4. Oh dear. Stuck myself at that time. 9 to 1 I reckon. 9 fours would be 36 roughly, give or take a bit. So it would be 9 to 1. So we're on 9 to 1 odds this time rather than 6 to 1. So let's see what I get. Ah, crap. Just scattered everywhere. I get 7. 7 gets me a D. So they will be destroyed. And we will get... Oh, I even forgot to use my arrows. Oh. Right. That makes it official. So we will destroy them, and we will reduce them by 8. Which is fantastic, because it means we're getting to... Oh, even if we lower it to 200s from 250s, it's still a times 3 multiplier. Ah, crap. Anyway, 4. This is where we potentially get our comeuppance. 4 times the multipliers, 3. 3, and we were... What was it? 36 we were? Oh no, sorry, tell a lie. We don't use a multiplier. Talking rubbish. We are 6. The engineers, I don't think the engineers come into the defence. So we're still a 6. So it would be our 6, they're going to be 12, that'll be 2 to 1 in their favour. So there is a chance that we could end up taking a hit here. Let's see. 12, that's not good. That is not good. Let me just see. Let me just look up the old tables. Oh, but I know it's not going to end well. Because they have an R result. It means that we must retreat. Damn it. So we must retreat. And if we cannot, then we would lose 1 step, but we can. So could have been worse. It could have been a D. A D would have been lose 2 steps and retreat. So we managed to destroy them, but we need to retreat back. So we need to retreat away from them, which we will go to. We'll go to here. I assume we can't retreat to their zone of control and all that jazz. Right, so that kind of backfired. But in the end, I did get rid of that guy, so that helps that landing box in the long run. Right. These guys, I want tackling this guy. So there is Japanese. Oh, in fact, wait a minute. The Japanese there should have got first fire because we were on a destroyed fort. So my bad, but hopefully it would have been the same result. I hope. But also, this unit, if I'm not mistaken, can no longer move. Let me just check. Because a stack ends its ground phase if it's fired upon by a Japanese fort and it suffers an R or D. So these guys are now stuck there. They cannot do any more this turn. So that's a bit crap. But, oh well, dibs the breaks. Right. Let's tackle this guy. Maybe. See what we've got here first. Again, it would be first fire to them. We have 4 and a 3 and a 2. So we have 9. So we have 9 against their 4. And they get first fire. So we'll go for it. We'll go for it. They're going to be 4 times 3 is 12. 12 against 9 is going to be 1 to 1. And the result will be 8. 8 is no result. Excellent. And we are going to be 9 times 4 is 36. 36 divided by 4 would be 9 to 1. Right. And we get 10. 10 gets us an R. So we destroy them, but we don't get any nice little bonus. Better than nothing, I suppose. Right, that slots in there. So there's now only 1 hex can fire on these guys. So that's good. I am going to twist these guys to remind myself not to move them. Right, these guys I think should attack this chap here. So we've got a nice section here, it's all clear. But let's see what we've got here. In fact, come to think about it, do these guys want to move into there? I'm thinking no, so they can take on this guy. So, We have these guys, 4, 8, oops, no, 4, 3, 7, 2 is 9, so we have another 9. A 9 against this guy who is only a 2, so I would say we're on pretty good odds there. Famous last words again. So they get first fire again. That's 6 against our 9, against roughly 1 to 1. 7. 7 is nothing, no effect. And we have 9 times 4 divided by 2, so it's going to be 10 to 1 again. And we get a horrible 11. And 11 is not a good thing, because that triggers a tactical impulse. Damn it. So we do get to deduct 4. Oh dear. I'm going to have to work this out now, because this is the whole slidery thing. So that goes in there. We have 251. That makes 247. So it's 240 plus 30, and then slide it up to 7. Whew. Right. Okay, so now we need to do a check for Japanese Tactical Impulse, which is in the Table of Doom. We are still in that horrible level, so let's see what we get here. 8. 8 is going to get me machine gun. Right, machine gun is the 2 to 1 column. So let's see. That is 5. 5, nothing. Thank God for that. Right. That was close. Now. They're okay, they can still move. Yep. Yep, they're okay because nothing happened on that tactical table. Well, nothing happened result wise. I think if you get absolutely no result on the tactical table, then you're all clear. But let me just check here. Yep, doesn't say anything about being in a tactical impulse. Nope. So I'm going to have to assume these guys are still okay to continue. Right, so let's look at these other guys. Right, so we've got these two guys. They've managed to clear this whole sector, which is fantastic. Now, they obviously have to move. Now, if they move into any of these square or hexes, they're going to trigger another check on the Table of Doom. So I have no other option but to do so. Oh no, these, I was going to say they could attack these guys, but they're already gone. We can move to here and here, so I'm going to do that. We're going to move to here, I think. No, we're going to move up to there. Don't need to check because this is already a destroyed fort. Does mean these guys get first fire. This guy has no other option really. We're going to move to here. Whoops. We're going to move to here because that doesn't trigger because that's a destroyed fort. Then we're going to sneakily move to here, palm trees don't trigger a check, from what I remember. Where are we? Palm woods does not trigger an impulse check. Excellent. And these guys are then also going to move to that one. Now, from here, they are inevitably going to have to do checks. So, what the hell? Right, let's go back to here. In fact, you know what? I counted that hex when I was doing that landing check, and I shouldn't have. I counted that and I shouldn't. That's destroyed. Damn it. Just gave myself a hard time. Those guys should have got it dead easy coming in when they were landing, because it should only have been the 2 1s, and I counted that B. Dearie me. Right, let's see. These guys are stuck. These guys can still go, and they are in excellent tip-top shape. So let's attack this 2, and there's no advantage for them, so it's simultaneous. So we're going to do this. What the hell? Right, we'll go first, just because it's us. It's 12 times 4, 48 divided by 2. So again, 10 to 1. 10 to 1, and we have 7. 7, yep, D, destroyed. Goners. So we get to remove 4 from the Japanese resistance. Then we have 2 times 3, 6. 6 against their 12, which puts them in a bad position of 1 to 2. 7. No result. So nothing. They get bumped off. Right. We're then going to stay here and go for the next one. So again, we'll go first. There's no advantage for them. So 12, 48, or 12 times 4, 48, 48 divided by 3 would be again 10 to 1. Right. And we have 8. 8 is again D. So we managed to destroy them, and we subtract 6. So that will move it to there. So the Japanese resistance level is now 227. I want it below 150, because that way we get things easier. Right, they have a 3 times 3 is 9. 9 divided by 12, 1 to 1. And they get 8, which is nothing. So, excellent. Right, that's that bit. Now, what next? Do we stay and try and get these guys? Are we pushing more luck? What I'll do is I will end this turn here so that I can quickly move on to the night phase, just to show you the night phase. And yeah, I could be really sticking myself in it here. So let's move on to the next turn and the first ever night phase. Okay, here we go. Turn 4, 1800 hours, and it's the night phase. So we're rolling on this column here. We can't do any movements or any attacks. We just get attacked. So it will be a 5, 5 gets us 2S. So that's 2 sniper attacks. So we have to roll on the 1 to 2 column twice, which is certainly not the worst column. So hopefully nothing bad here. We get 5. 5 is no result. That's good. Second one is also a 5. Ah, come on. Something a bit exciting. 6. 6 is also no result. So I gave them a chance. I gave them a chance and they lost it. So the 2S has been gone and did no damage. So that is good news. So now we go on to the next night phase. Okay, turn 5. We're now midnight, November the 20th. And again, we roll for the last time on this night turn. We get 8. 8 gets us 4 mortar attacks. So we need to roll on the 1 to 1 table 4 times. Oh dear. Right, here goes. 10. 10 is no effect. That's good. Number 3. Sorry, number 2 rather. 3. Oop. Oh, we have 6. I was going to say 3 left. 6, we have 1. So we need to take 1 hit. So the weakest unit must take the hit. So I know that that guy's a 6. And I know that they're a 9. I'm sure they're running about a 9 as well. So it's going to have to be these guys. Are going to have to take a hit. So they are walloped by a mortar. So we have 2 left. We have 7. 7, 7, 7. No effect. Sorry, 8. Can't even count now. Still no effect. And the last one. 4. 4 is another hit. Now, I don't know if you can hit the same unit again. I would have to assume so. Because it's always going to be the weakest unit. Japanese attacks the weakest US stacks that can trace a line of hexes. Blah 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 blah. So it means that this guy is now on the bottom here is a goner. So he is going to be our second loss of the game. So this guy is now a 4. But that was not a bad result considering. That could have been a lot worse. So that is the end of November the 20th. So it is now the end of this whole day. Night phase or night turn has finished. So the next video will be the interphase of November the 21st, which again is the whole recovery things. But speaking of recoveries, just before we go, I don't think there's any recoveries that we do. I've already reset the airstrikes and the destroyers because you don't get any in the night turn. So yeah, that is the end of November 20th, and I'll see you for the start of November the 21st when we get to do a bit of bombardment at the start.